Some of you have been saying that I ride with a really big backpack. What's inside? Let's talk about it. Hey, my name is Steve. Welcome to Hardtail Life. Today we're going to talk about why I ride with a backpack, and let's talk about what's in it. Prior to mountain biking, I'm a videographer and photographer by trade. So when I started mountain biking, it was just a natural transition to bring that kit with me out in the trails. So first, let's talk about this bag. Ask any photographer or videographer which bag they use, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a big "it depends," because there is no such thing as a perfect bag. The bag that I use depends on the scenario, and not every shoot is the same. When I'm mountain biking, I want to bring as much gear as I want, but also taking into consideration that the more gear I bring, the bigger and heavier the bag gets, and the less comfortable the ride's gonna be, or I won't be able to ride as far. So that's the first consideration, just to make sure the bag is as small as possible while still being able to bring the kit that I want to bring with me. The bag I'm using at the moment is the Lowepro Flipside Sport 15-liter all-weather. Again, there's no perfect bag, but this bag's working for me so far. For me, it's got the perfect balance between bringing the stuff that I want and having the bag as small as possible. I don't know if there's better ones out there. This one's working so far. Unfortunately, this bag is discontinued. I'm sure there are many others in the market just like it. So as you can see, I have a tripod strapped to the side. The tripod is quite secure, but also it's easy to get in and out of the bag when I need it. So inside, I have one camera and one lens. At the moment, I've got a Sony A7 Mark IV with a 35mm 1.8 lens. When it comes to just picking a minimalist setup, oftentimes we have to make trade-offs. Now, as you can see, a 35mm 1.8 doesn't do everything, but it does what I want it to do most of the time. And because I shoot photo and video, the A7 Mark IV does that really nicely. There are better photo cameras out there, there are better video cameras out there, but if you're gonna do a hybrid like me, you're gonna pick one camera that does it all. I also have the Insta360 One X2. I know the X3 is out, and I think that looks way nicer, but at the moment, the One X2 is doing its job. I also have an ND filter in my bag. This is the Freewell 2 to 5 stop variable ND filter, just for making sure we get those shutter speeds closer to what we want. Usually not a problem with photo, but with video, we try to get to that, 1/2 times the frame rate type shutter speed, so we'll need help from the ND filter to make that happen. By the way, if all this makes no sense, that's totally fine. It didn't make sense to me at one point either, all right? This is a mountain biking channel, not a filmmaking channel, so I don't even know why I'm talking about this. I also have the DJI wireless mics. Now, this kit is great because it allows me to send audio. I've got a transmitter here and the receivers on the camera there, and it allows me to transmit the audio so that everything sounds great. We all know that if you want good audio, you have to get the mics nice and close to the speaker. So I have a wireless mic and it transmits to my camera. Now, the great thing about this is that in addition to the transmitting, it also does onboard recording. What that means is that when my camera is way too far, especially out in the trails where things can really block the transmission, the audio can drop out. So what happens is that if I have an onboard recording, I can just sync it up in post and it'll be totally fine, no problem. If you're really interested about how I make these videos, maybe drop a comment. Let me know if it's worth making a behind the scenes video on the steps from the pre-shoot to the idea, to the shooting while on the trail, to the editing and post, and all the other things. So let me know. Of course, got some gloves, trail mix, granola bar, was a granola bar, Dad's oatmeal cookies. These are so good, I love these. Not sponsored, though I'd be open to it. Got a hand pump here, a lens cloth, and a blower. So that's the contents of my bag. And I bring it again because I love being on the trails and I love creating. I love shooting videos, I love shooting photos, I love photographing other people riding things, and I love making videos for the Hardtail Life channel. So that's why I lug around this big bag and I go flying down the trails with it on my back. Anyways, if you're relatively new to mountain biking, but you love it and you want to do it all the time, then you've come to the right place. I'm eager to ride all the trails and to learn all the things, so make sure you subscribe and follow along on my mountain biking adventures. Thanks for watching and see you in the trail. Is it still even good? Oh man, it's all smooshed.